Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Next Level Wrestling Review with your hosts, Big Ray, and the best in the world, the Vet. Follow the boys on social media at Big Ray Hernandez and at Opinion Haver everywhere. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and or good night. This is your Next Level Wrestling Review, your NXT review show, your news show, your everything to do show. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay. And I am not alone, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to go over today. So I'm just going to jump right in and introduce my co-host. He is the one and the only, the Vet. The best in the world.
He's a Rip Rogers guy.
That's him.
The Vet. Rip Rogers guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the best in the world. He's a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet Jamie Williams. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Some might say the best.
In the world.
Name one better.
Well, listen, we've contacted aliens apparently according to TMZ. So you may have some competition out there.
I would love to compare myself to the best alien wrestling podcasters.
There is such a thing. I wonder if there's pro wrestling on another planet. Or something like
barely pro wrestling on Earth.
Ain't that the freaking truth? And ladies and gentlemen, we are not alone, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the one and the only, our friend. He is the pachyderm of the people, ladies and gentlemen. We all love him. We all know him. Some would call him a mascot, but we call him a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Gary. Yes! There he is, ladies and gentlemen, all of his glory. Number one's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Number one's in the chat. Everybody throw up a number one in the chat right now for Gary. It is Gary. As he waddles in, you must acknowledge him. So sexy. He's one sexy little elephant. I was going to say alien. Well, brother, we got a hell of a lot to go through. I watched that pay-per-view this week, but I watched it in 4 parts. I watched it on the night, following night. I finished it up yesterday during my lunch break, and then I watched NXT. So a lot of wrestling for me. There's too much wrestling for me, not for you, but.
I almost forgot about the pay-per-view, and I rushed through it yesterday.
Oof. All right. Well, it's going to be interesting. I have been messaged by a couple of people, including one of our own, Jimmy T, who's interested to hear our take on this event. Let's just call it that. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right into the show because, again, we do have a lot to talk about, so we will.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're gonna acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Oh, yeah. Cutting and strutting, baby. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, now the breakdowns there, ladies and gentlemen. We look up to heaven, and we thank, ladies and gentlemen, the Fatal 4-Way that's going up in there. We have the man that got the gabagool. How you doing over there? Got the gabagool medium 5. Rest in peace, my friend. And, of course, my brother, that dude, Tim. Phillips got wood. And the legend, Larry.
The other lady legend. Everybody order their radioactive Larrys from Zombie Sailor Toys with all the proceeds going to whatever Chicago-based shelter, pause something.
Is that what it is?
Should do that. Something nice.
I'd do it. Helps an animal. If it helps an animal get off of drugs. Is that what it is? Like drug addicted animals and stuff?
And you get a radioactive Larry. It's not like you're just, it's not like you're just throwing your money at a charity. You get a get a radioactive Larry. I mean, I don't think the toy is radioactive itself.
Right. Is that like
Think.
is that what happens to dogs? They become radioactive and they start using like cocaine? It's cocaine! It's cocaine! JCW. No. All right, let's set this off with a very thankful one, but he's not thanking today. He is giving us a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's the one and the only, the thankful one, Michael Vasquez. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the windiest of all, Chris, as I call him, Chuckles. He says, "What you gonna do, brother, when Haku here, Tony runs wild on you?" And he gives us a big...
Yes, boy!
Now, is he talking about Tony Khan or is he talking about Tony D'Angelo? How you doing?
It's got to be Tony D. He's got that Meng fluffy mullet.
Telling you, I like the look. Do I like him as a champion? Well, we'll discuss that very, very soon. But a man who wishes us a good morning, get me some Stardust Johnson, or whatever his name is, pal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one, the only. He is...
That was cold-blooded!
Cold-blooded is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. We have the sexiest beard in all of HMG, is the one and the only, the man doing Illuminati things. Excuse me, the mighty Bobo, entering the chat early. I'm not I'm not relying on shitty YouTube notifications. Good job. Because, you know, he's always coming in late. It's shitty.
You gotta be proactive.
All right, speaking of being...
Also, go to Zombie Set Toys and order your proactive Larry with all the proceeds going to...
Your radioactive, proactive Larry. Have you taken your J12 shot today? I am jumbling my words. What's wrong with
radioactive?
Might be what
It's
it
that
is.
dye. It's that dye they let you see they inject in you so they can see the X-ray.
Well, J12 wants to know what's up. Yes. What's up, Big Ray? What's up, the vet?
I don't think he said Ray.
Oh, Big Gay. You
It could be a typo. The G and the R are very close together on the keyboard. Or it could be auto-corrected.
He's
Maybe
blocked.
he types that word a lot.
I just blocked him. This ain't Texas. This here, ladies and gentlemen. We have the handsome one, the dancer one, the slash one, the dance, handsome slash, and Dan Heffrens. Greetings, salutations, my friends. We got another guy. He's got some gabagool, but it's Kevin Matty. Ha ha. Hee hee. Anyway, his sounds nothing like that, folks. It doesn't even have an Italian accent. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, all right, folks. Love you, Kevin. Love all you guys here. No. Batting for the New York Yankees, number 14, third baseman. Al Robinson, number 13. Who else we got here? And we have the artist who has finally returned, ladies and gentlemen. We have one of the sexiest men in all
Of HMG, Scott Woodford is here, and it's his mom's birthday. Apparently,
it's who?
Happy birthday, Scott Woodford's mom.
Is Scotty Woodford's mom? It's her birthday? Happy birthday, Scotty Woodford's mom. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the heart and soul of this chat. And some say the heart and soul of H&G, the traveler, the one and the only, Cam Wolfers. In his travels, I wonder if he ever went to Texas and met the ranger over there. His name is Walker. You gonna say something, Vet?
Oh, no.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we jumped in early. We did this quick. And, before I get off, he is magnanimous. He is effervescent. Some say he is scholarly. I know he is absolutely glorious. Boy! Salvador de la Cruz.
He's on fire.
The professor. He's on fire. He's heating up. All right, folks, we're going to jump right into this shit because we have so much to go over. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. It's time for the 3 count. This is the 3 count with the latest breaking news in pro wrestling, sports, pop culture, and more. Now, back to Big Ray and the Vet. Fett. We're going to move along here quickly today. No 2-hour shows for you. Ha ha. Ha ha. Who used to do that? Ha ha.
Lots of people. Armando Estrada?
Yes. Armando Alejandro Estrada. Ha ha.
Now I have a pregunta for you.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, it's lovely Elizabeth jumping in the chat. A little late. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Liz? Hi, guys. I love you, Liz. And we have the gays. We have Richard Bronson Victory. Humming Army. Pop those blue chews. Stand and deliver. Oh, we're gonna deliver you something. Speaking of standing and deliver, apparently, let me just fade this out here. Some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I like to wish our best to Dave Meltzer. Apparently, he suffered a heart attack and his head exploded after Tony Khan did some podcast with Vince Russo and the coach. So it's oh, man. They said it took the cops 12 hours to find him in his own room. They found him buried in the corner under some papers. Those papers were very heavy because they were full of tears. Let's jump into some other news here. Dave Meltzer, by the way, said that TKO wanted to celebrity involvement. Yeah, I popped myself. WrestleMania 40. All right, I don't care about this. It's the Pat McAfee bullshit. Everybody's been talking about it. I don't want to talk about this no more. Speaking of McAfee, journalist Blake Avington claims, whoever the hell that is, Netflix is a front runner to secure. What is this? Oh, jeez. My screen is like jumping up and down. Has that ever happened to you?
Maybe.
It's weird. Anyway, to secure the rights to the Pat McAfee show when they come up. So, Netflix, Pat McAfee show. Do you even watch that? Do you ever watch that?
No, God, no.
I tried it. I think it sucks. I'm not even saying nothing against Pat McAfee. It's all right.
Yeah, well, the clips that I've seen is just him and his boys just yapping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, incessantly.
It's mad whack, bro.
Just, yeah.
It's like there's structure, but no
I would
structure.
want to listen to. It's like it would be like one of those wacky drive time DJ shows, but like times 4. You know,
like a morning show, but it's in the afternoon for some reason. Makes no sense.
Yeah, just I can't. But good for him. If anybody, if that's the crossover audience, if the Netflix and chill audience. If all the kids want to have sex while Pat McAfee's on, that's great.
Yeah, I'm not listen, if you like Pat McAfee, cool. I don't dislike him. No,
it's just too much when he's there with the guys.
It's a lot. In my opinion. It's kind of like
when I've just seen clips. I haven't watched like a whole show.
I've tried. I could never get through the whole show. The most I've gone is maybe 30 minutes. And it's when like they have like a WWE guy there. So anyway, we already know Mike Santana. His contract is up in the summer. We already know that. AEW Cloud. Oh, do you know about Kyle Fletcher?
Oh, he's hurt.
All right, you know about this. He tore his meniscus.
Oh,
yeah, this is a meniscus tear. How long is a meniscus tear?
He did it to himself. He hurt everybody in the company and then hurt himself.
Shit, significant time. Multiple reports are stating. So that's when they say significant time, it's probably a year. You're not a fan of his, are you?
No, yeah, but I don't wish him a meniscus tear or any other injury.
Of course not.
But
So he's hurt. Max Caster is also hurt. Let me see. They also, This is a continuation. The people that the sources here, injury they haven't heard of any injury to Max Caster. They also haven't heard any. All right, this is so stupid. I don't even know why we do wrestling news anymore. Let's see what else we got here.
Is there any real? Is there any news that happened?
That's what I'm looking for. Because if there's not, we're just gonna skip this whole bullshit here. Body slam.
Did you want to? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, please. Did you wanna?
Did you want to mention anything about these text messages in the shareholder lawsuit between Triple H and Nick Khan? Or
please, I know nothing about it.
Oh, well, if you know nothing about it,
oh, well, tell me, what's happening? Oh, come on, dude! Please give me something.
It's a lot. I don't know if we need to go into it.
Apparently, there's some random text messages. Were there penises involved?
No.
No Brock Lesnar penises.
No, this was about when I guess it was around the time of Vince trying to muscle his way back in and do creative stuff. So this would have been like toward the end of 23, I want to say. Something like that.
This whole thing is just messed up.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
But what it does confirm is what, if you guys remember, I said remember when Roman beat Cody that time?
Yes, when everybody expected Cody to finish his story.
And I said, I swear to God, Vince came in and fucked everybody and said, nope, not happening, and ruined it. Right? And I said that with no basis of anything other than my intuition, my logic, my reading of the situation. I said that. And this basically now confirms it.
You did.
It's been confirmed.
You said quite a few things, man. You know me. I don't usually suck on your balls, but I do give you credit when it's due. And you have a really good track record. I think you're in a 90%.
It's not spotless, but
I'll say 90.
The stuff I miss don't really matter. The stuff I do.
Would you say that
it's big.
When you make predictions, or when you say something like this person's going to be out of the business, and would you give yourself like about a 90% like right rate?
Probably.
Right?
It's pretty good.
Bad. It's not bad. Rick Vickery has a question for us. He says, what are your guys' thoughts on the matches announced for air for free on ESPN at WrestleMania? Well, what matches are announced? What's going to be free?
Well, as always, my thoughts are I don't care. But I know that this has been something that Rick has been trying to hammer home recently about, like, better promotion. How can we, increase the business? Even if business is good, can business be better? And so he's looking at ways to integrate branding better, more cohesively. And I know that the fact that they have some free matches for WrestleMania on ESPN is something, that's somewhat in that same vein. So it's probably like, something that is important to him as far as a conversational topic. But I really don't. I'm trying to think and put myself in the shoes of, like, okay, so I'm watching this on ESPN for free, and then I'm going to buy the whole thing based on what I've seen just now. I don't even know if people have that mindset. I honestly don't. And considering I feel like the vast majority of the population are idiots, I cannot bring myself down to that level to think like that either. So I don't know. Maybe it would work. Maybe somebody's just like, wow, Brock versus Obafemi that was so good. I'm going to go pay and watch these other matches. Like, I don't know if anybody's doing that.
It's not gonna. I see right now the meme of when the bird going like this. No, I don't know. I don't see that drawing in it. I mean, it's a big name, Brock Lesnar. Somebody made the comment here that Yeah, Professor. Like if Cody and Orton with Pat McAfee isn't on ESPN, what's the point? But I know he's joking, but at the same time, it kind of makes the most sense to have that match be the opener because Pat McAfee is being brought in as a celebrity, as somebody who has a wider audience to bring in more people to watch. Why not put that one on the free show? Yeah. Right, but I don't know.
Well, I think, and in terms of, in terms of Brock and Oba free on night 2 being a mistake, as Babo says, I don't know because I already feel like I saw it. I saw it already. What are they going to do in that match that I didn't already see the past 3-4 weeks? So
somebody's doing a shooting star press off the top rope.
Oh,
he'll be over breaking his neck this time. In video game news, J12 asked, Ray, are you getting WWE 2K26 at the WrestleMania? They patched it. I don't care. I'm not getting that fucking game this year. I'm not saying I'm not getting it next year. And I can absolutely...
Right, next year you'll get 2K26.
And by the grace of God, I can easily afford that game. I can buy it right now, and I can probably pay for all the fucking gimmicks, to unlock everybody. So I know according to, now I have been following what's been happening, and they patched it. So it's kind of like what it was before, where you used to be able to buy, get the super pack. I still think it's, and I understand where you were coming from. Let me just preface, Vet, where you said, oh, everything goes up in value, and video games are still $70. They were $70 years ago. But we're not talking $70, brother. That's the base game. We're talking about $100, almost $200.
No, but what my point was though, if you rewind back to the 90s, inflation makes those games the equivalent of 120, 150.
That's fair.
So like today, you're paying kind of, if you buy the collector's edition, you're paying, kind of the equivalent of what you were paying 30 years ago. However, there are still games that are 70, 60, 50, even $40.
Sure.
Still. So,
but
we're still doing good. But once my fear is once these companies figure that out, they're afraid to take that next step. I think they all want Grand Theft Auto 6 to take that next step and say, please make games $100, Rockstar, please. And Rockstar will be like, well, we don't need to do that because we already have all the money in the world. So what's a few extra bucks? So I don't know. That's what it feels like we're headed towards. But anyway, you're saying your feelings are hurt and you ain't buying it.
Yeah, I'm not hurt. I'm just disappointed the way they went at it. You know what I'm saying? And like, look, I have here a copy of NBA 2K26, as you can see here clearly. And I always buy the base game when it comes to something like NBA 2K26 because I just like playing a season. And then I'll play the season, and then I'll play another season with the Legends teams. You know what I'm saying? So I'll play like an 80s or a 90s year, and that's how I keep the game going. So I'm fine with this. But for a WWE game, you want everything. You want to be able to expand the universe and buy all the wrestlers and stuff like that. And hey, what's going on? Kenny effing Powers. Welcome to the show, my friend. So it's not worth for me to buy just the base game. You feel me? It's like when you buy, and they did the same thing with, what's the boxing game that came out just recently?
Is it Undisputed? Is that
Undisputed. Right. And we waited forever for a great boxing game. I saw enough reviews to not waste money on it, even though right now I can get it for like $20 on Amazon.
It was a free PlayStation Plus game.
Was it really? I didn't know that. My son has PlayStation.
Still ain't played it.
Speaking of my son, Aiden is actually here today, hanging out with me this my next 2 days off. So he's in the living room, chatting up with his friends on his phone, as kids do nowadays. But neither here nor there. Yeah, so I'm not gonna buy it. Now, if it's on Game Pass, if they pop it on Game Pass later, I'll probably download it. But I'm not buying it this year. Sorry, guys. Just like I'm not buying MLB the show.
Well, once again,
I kind of
talking about me being 5 steps ahead. I was already boycotting 2K before they did all this stuff. So once again, bet ahead of the curve.
That's fair. I did. I was bored last week, and I was trying to update my roster for MLB 2K25, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy the new game. So hey, I'm honest with you guys. I bought the MLB The Show 26, and
that ghastly cover.
I fucking love it, man. I love playing. Hey, Aaron Judge is on
Those
that cover,
PS3 graphics that you were saying.
They are PS3 graphics. No, they're now PS4-ish. Ish.
Early PS4.
Yo, how's the Nintendo Switch doing right now? The Switch 2, is it selling at all, or?
Well, it was selling pretty well at first.
Uh-oh.
And then I think maybe things have plateaued a little bit recently.
Mm.
And then someone leaked Nintendo's whole like schedule of releases for this year.
Uh-huh. And
I'm not sure what that did to the interest, because basically it's getting people ready to, it's telling people what to get excited for, but Nintendo's very upset that that happened.
Okay, but is it good news? Like, is it something that is getting interest with the peoples?
I'm not sure. I will admit that I don't have the temperature of that right now.
Okay. Forget about that. And we do have a couple of little tidbits of wrestling before we jump into Stand and Deliver, but I got to talk about this with you. And listen, spoilers ahead, folks. So if you guys are fans of Invincible, I want you to understand that we are going to do spoilers right now for the last, because I know there's a new episode that comes out today, but I'm talking about the
I've already
last
watched
episode.
it. We could try to dance around as much as we can.
Okay. I ain't going to do that. I'm spoiling. So, not Thrag. Who was it he was fighting? Invincible? Conquest. He ain't fighting Thrag yet. They don't want none of Thrag yet. You know, Thrag, he ends up killing he wears him as a, anyway, I don't want to spoil that. It's down the line. But neither here nor there. Bro, when you were talking about, I don't know if you were talking about it on The Wreckage. I think it was The Wreckage. Like,
yeah,
the story.
I just made one quick comment about it.
But dude, I was there with you. Vet, that scene when Invincible is choking this son of a bitch, and the heel is pulling at his insides. Did you not feel it? Like, oh, did you not feel it, dude?
It was grim. I was uncomfortable.
Man, dude, what a show. If you guys are not watching Invincible, Vet, do me a favor right now. You are a very honest person, and that's one thing I do respect about you. Out of many. Why should anyone spend their time watching this show?
Why should anyone spend their time watching Invincible? I think it will give you it's a little bit of a different, everybody wants to do the edgy superhero thing, right? Like, you had your classic superheroes that we all grew up on, our Super Friendses and,
they try to do
and his
Will
Amazing
Smith.
Friends.
Remember they did the Will Smith movie?
Hancock,
yeah. Edgy.
Yeah. People like to do subversions of the thing. There's been great different takes on superheroes like The Watchmen, things like you said, like a Hancock, taking a different look at it. You got stuff like Wanted, if you remember that, where in the original, they made a movie out of it and they changed it a little bit, but originally it would be like this kid was like, he gets involved in this like group of supervillains, like a society of supervillains or something, rather than a society of superheroes. So, they've got things like that. So people have tried to do different subversive takes on superhero genre. Or even The Boys, where it's like, they want to go dark with it,
Or the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, much like The Boys, though, a lot of these things, they start to be edgy for edgy's sake.
Right.
They're not really, I don't think it's really good. I think it's just them trying to be shock value, especially with the show. The Boys show went
I
way off base, way off target,
watching
just trying to be gross. And that's not, that's not necessarily like the right thing. So what Invincible, I think, is more of like, it's like it's something in between like a classic, like something that we all kind of grew up with, where the heroes are heroes and the villains are villains. But also it's just unflinchingly adult.
It's so real.
Like there's violence
real.
there's violence when there needs to be violence. It's not just violence to be gross. There's real world problems and stuff like that, but it's still kind of normal. I never feel like Invincible is trying to just gross me out or shock me, even though there's gross things and shocking things, but I don't think they're trying just to do that. So if you like superheroes and you're tired of the squeaky clean versions and you're tired of the stupid edgy versions, I think this is a good a marriage of like a mature version of like a superhero world.
Speaking about edgy, isn't there a wrestler they call him Edgy Seto or something like that? Edgy Seto?
Yeah. He's a wizard.
Edgy. Is he?
Sorcerer.
Yeah, dude, I agree with you, bro. It is so freaking. Yeah, I mean, we got edgy in 1986 when they killed Optimus Prime. That was devastating. I hated Rodimus Prime. Remember when they tried to bring?
Well, there were
Rodimus
toys
Prime?
involved. There were toys involved, Professor. There was toys. You don't need this. You don't need this old toy. Let's get rid of it.
Conquest just entered the chat. Listen, let me tell you something, man. I cannot wait until Thrag shows up. And if you guys don't know about the comic books, Battle Beast, Thrag, oh boy. I mean,
How do you know about it?
Bro, I knew about it before. Like, I knew of this series prior to the series. And then when I heard there was a series, I said, is it going to be any good? And I was like, oh, it's great. It's fantastic. Like, everything is great. Like, I mean, when Omni-Man comes back to speak to his ex-wife, it was done so real. I'm
trying to get people to watch it.
I'm just saying it was done so real. I'm not gonna say what happened there, but it was done so real, and I'm watching it, and I'm just pulled into this conversation because I had arguments like this with an ex, back in the day. I'll just leave it at that. So it's like, it's a great show, man. Great show. The animation is okay.
Yeah,
but that's all it needs to be.
They got a good voice cast. It's all people that you know. Even if you don't know, them. You know them.
Who is your favorite character? I have mine. Let me see if you and I are on the same wavelength.
Favorite? I don't know. I didn't think about Alan.
Yep.
That's kind of funny.
That's my dude. And, Alan the Alien is probably the third most powerful being in that entire universe. He's more powerful than Thrag. Interesting. So, yes, I would advise you all, if you have an Amazon Prime account, go ahead, Vet, say what's up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Kevin's saying, where is this Invincible on? You can get it if you have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It's part of Amazon's Originals series. So.
Yeah, so if you have a Prime account, just download the Prime Video gimmick and just log on and you get all the content there. I guess, something, not for nothing, Amazon Prime, and I'm not doing a commercial, but it's one of the best values, I think. Like, when you can get a fucking TV, like, the same day, it's like, what? It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to quick wrestling notes, and then we're going to jump into the pay-per-view, I guess, here. Brian Alvarez is saying that Io Sky and Asuka, I'm saying Io Sky versus Asuka will happen at WrestleMania 42 only if Nikki Bella is cleared to wrestle. Okay. Asuka and Kairi Sane will be added to the Fatal 4-Way match. I don't even know what's going on here with that. Who's La Catalina?
She's in one of those promotions like AAA, right?
CML says that she left. She left because she was unhappy with the way she was being booked. So you have that. Okay. And I guess the last story here is just like Punk, basically cutting the promo and everything, and basically a bunch of people were saying that, the locker room, it's pretty much what he said on TV is exactly what the locker room is feeling, and he is being like Daddy Punk, you know what I'm saying? Like Big Papa Punk, Big Papa.
But
Punk.
I heard he was a cancer, and I heard that nobody likes him, and yeah, I heard that he was old, and he works with fucking children, and no,
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
And then you had this guy who was like,
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
and then he ends up on the Russo and Bro show, what it was called. Was it the Bro and Coach show? Coach and Bro? I don't know, folks. I'm sorry. I just work here.
The Coach and Bro show.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to them, man. That was a big get. I love the part of the interview though. I didn't see the whole thing, but I love it when Coach is like, "Listen, hey, dummy, hey, look at the camera, dummy." Interact with the people. You got Tony Khan's like, so yeah, I like wrestling, and he's like looking off to the side, like, why are you doing that?
Oh, that happened at the end because his battery ran out, so he plugged it in the wall, and I guess he couldn't figure out how to hold it so that the camera was facing.
That was great.
Yeah, bless his heart. It was a fun time for everybody.
It
was kind of funny, like I just think it's funny, like they just, like I said, overall it was pretty good, but they were just kind of like lecturing Tony, which is like, man, maybe save that for interview number 2 where you just start lecturing the guy, before you start lecturing the billionaire as you guys are podcasting out of closets, maybe you should just save that for the next time. Just that.
I'm gonna say something about Tony Khan, and I'm gonna give the man respect, and not because he jumped on the Russo show, but it is also because he jumped on the Russo show. Because guess what? He doesn't have to do the shit. He don't have to do that. Not at all. He didn't have to do that, and I respect the man. And guess what? I don't know what it is, but God, what the hell's wrong with me? I'm starting to get like, my respect is growing for this guy. Like, I genuinely think that he freaking loves this wrestling business. And he's not just, I mean, yeah, he may be weird and wacky and stuff like that and say weird things and gets overly involved, so on and so forth, allegedly. But I think his passion for the business is admirable. And the fact that he would go on a show where, let's be honest, Vet, they kind of tore him a new asshole almost. But I don't care what they say. Oh, they're being respectful. No, they made fun of Tony Khan. I'm being straight up with you. I don't care. They made fun of this guy for a long time. And he was there, man. He took the punches and he rolls with it. And I didn't know he was a freaking Christian. Did you know that?
I may have heard that.
I had no clue. I know his dad is Muslim, but that's kind of a big like divide between father and son. But good for him, man. I mean, do you have any respect for the man? Like, do you have a different? No.
Do you have any respect? No, none. No, look, I once again.
Oh no! Here we go.
5 years ahead of the curve.
Oh snap!
You go back and you ever find me bad mouthing or bullying or making fun of Tony Khan on any of these shows ever?
I have.
Go ahead, find me the clip where I have ever done that.
I have, and I'm gonna say this. Not that Tony's ever gonna hear this.
You apologize right now.
Well, I am. Tony Khan, I am sorry for being arrogant. I'm sorry for being a jerk. I'm sorry for judging you. It's not fair. I shouldn't have judged you. And I respect everything you've done to give all these performers a place to work other than WWE. And I mean that. I may not enjoy the product. I may not like it, but I respect the fact that he's there doing it. So I am sorry. It's Tony Khan, and I was wrong. And I mean that.
I don't have to apologize to Tony. I've been a fan of Tony Khan ever since the 9 Days from Tonight promo.
Tony Khan. He's all right. He's all right with me, man. So not that I matter. But anyway, Why don't we go back to a different time, Vet? A time where there were no Tony Khans. Maybe Tony Khan was very, very young. Who knows? I don't know where we start off here, but it's always fun to jump in the time machine and see where we land. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the Pro Wrestling Reflection Time Machine, loaned to us by the Professor and Tommy Wonder and JB sometimes whenever he's there. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to this day in professional wrestling history.
Will you stop? What you gonna do?
Boobies.
What do you guys want to talk about?
9 days from tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's still the best promo in all of wrestling. 9 days from tonight, you and him are going to wrestle 9 days from tonight. The best.
He shouldn't have said it.
He shouldn't have said it.
It might have said Al's music.
I don't even think I have that anyway. Let's go back, Vet, to a really good year. It's actually one of my favorite years in my lifetime. Let's go all the way back to 1992. Was that a good year for you, Vet? 1992. Think about it.
Nah, not really.
All right, not really.
That was all right.
Yeah, right. I loved 1992. The early 90s into like around 99. It's a good sweet spot right there. At a WWF Superstars of Wrestling taping in Kalamazoo, Michigan. You may have heard of that place. A matchup between The Undertaker and the Berserker was ruled a no contest after the Berserker attacked The Undertaker with a gimmick sword to set up a series of house show matches across the U.S. Now, Vet, we've said this 1,000 times doing this show. You bring weapons to the ring, nunchucks, swords. We've seen it. We have Karate Carmen who brought a sword into the ring but never used it. Apparently, the Berserker attacked the dead man with a sword. Your thoughts on this?
Well, he probably thought it was fair game. Man's already dead. Sword can't do much. So he thought, why not? But apparently the Michigan Athletic Commission saw otherwise. So.
1995 Public Enemy, Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock. Remember them? They won the ECW Tag Team titles in a three-way match against Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, and Rick Steiner, and the Tasmaniac at ECW. ECW three-way dance in Philadelphia. Also, Eddie Guerrero pinned Too Cold Scorpio for the ECW Television Championship. Too Cold Scorpio, Vet. Underappreciated. Why?
Well, he was doing a lot of things that people see today 30-some years ago.
He was nasty.
And he was
bro.
pretty big.
He was really good, man. Too Cold Scorpio. I remember when I was so excited when he was coming to WWF, when I heard the dirt sheets something, and he came out with these baggy boots. Remember with the big flaps on his side? He looked like an idiot.
But they were like go-go.
Dude, that was awful.
Flash Funk.
Were you a fan of Public Enemy as a tag team back in the day?
No.
I never saw it. That's like a.
Well, they did the wave your hands from side to side and say, I believe in Joe Hendry a long time ago.
That was a theme song they used, right? The Here Come the Hot Stepper. Am I gonna
At least some version of it, yeah.
Saying, okay. Tasmaniac. All right. Anyway, almost choked. 1996. Excuse me. On a taped edition of WWF Raw, folks. This is 30 years ago. Time flies, man. I was 20 years old, Vet, here.
Time's got to fly here, too, because we still got to talk about Stand and Deliver.
San Bernardino, California. You may have heard of that place, Vet. Vader injured Yokozuna during the match, up to a point that the former champion was helped away out of the ring on a forklift. Was that a shoot? Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
On a forklift?
I do vaguely remember this. Yeah, the forklift.
But did he really hurt him?
I'm sure it could have been a shoot. if they had the forklift ready, because this was an angle.
Okay, all right, sure. But also,
this may have been where they sent Yokozuna to go lose weight.
Fat camp.
Yeah,
fat camp in Samoa. Also, the Ultimate Warrior made his first WWF TV appearance in 3.5 years, and Diesel attacked WWF champion Shawn Michaels after his non-title victory over Jerry the King Lawler. This is shitty. This back in the day.
It's crazy. Shawn Michaels and Jerry Lawler was just on a random Monday Night Raw once.
Jesus Christmas. What do we got here? 2002 vet Spike Dudley pinned William Regal to win the European title. Spike Dudley was the European champion?
It's a good thing we do these because I would never remember.
Holy shit. I had no idea. 2013, Dolph Ziggler cashed in the Money in the Bank opportunity to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Alberto Del Rio, the wife-beating piece of garbage, at WrestleMania XX1X on Raw from East Rutherford, New Jersey. Also, Wade Barrett pinned The Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship. So, Dolph Ziggler is champion. Why are you laughing?
that little side. Oh yeah, by the way, Wade Barrett also that's a good spot for the Peter Griffin. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
In 2014, we have some sad news as James Brian Hellwig, formerly known as the Ultimate Warrior, passed away from a heart attack at the age of 54. All right, so I think we all know the story. When the Ultimate Warrior goes on Monday Night Raw, puts on the Warrior face little mask gimmick that they give out to the kids, cutting impassioned promo, almost kind of
sweating profusely.
Well, almost telling us that he was gonna die. Like, I will live on forever. Bro, when you got the news the next day, see if this happened. I want to see if this happened to you also. Did you think it was a rib? Did you think it was one of those fake sites? Did you find yourself having a hard time wrapping your head around the fact that we just saw this dude on Raw just got inducted into the Hall of Fame and then he died? Like, do you remember what your thought process was back in the day when this happened?
It was probably sort of like it was probably just some acceptance, like, because he did look very unhealthy, but it was just kind of strange how fast it happened, you know. But I don't remember being in any kind of denial, really.
It was weird to me. It's very, very weird to me. I remember feeling all those things, like I just said. Like, I thought it was a fake. You know, I couldn't believe it, but neither here nor there. Apparently, he wasn't a great guy, but he changed towards the end. I don't know. I can't judge again. Whenever I judge, I end up being judged. So I'm trying not to do that. But yeah, rest in peace, man. And you can say what you want to say. He is one of those figures that will live on well beyond our years. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will probably talk about the Ultimate Warrior 100 years from now the way we talk about George Hackenschmidt or the way we talk about Bruno Sammartino now. So, you know, God bless him. WrestleMania, let me see. Is this 34 XXX1V?
34?
Yeah, is that 34? Yeah, well, that took place in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, in front of 78,133 people. I'm not going to mention all these freaking names, but we'll throw out names like Matt Hardy, Baron Corbin was on the card, Cedric Alexander. Seth Rollins defeated The Miz for...
Cedric Alexander? Move on.
Seth Rollins defeated The Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz and Finn Balor, excuse me.
Oh, my God. That was a match?
That was a match, yes. Charlotte
Showcase of the
Flair.
Immortals, huh?
What is it? Charlotte Flair. She beat Asuka for the championship or whatever. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeated Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in a marquee match. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a very good match.
Was it really, or are you being facetious?
No, it was really good.
Oh,
Go back
why
and
was
watch.
it good? Why was it good? Why?
Because they practiced it a bunch.
Undertaker defeated John Cena. Is this one where John Cena was sitting in the crowd, and they're like,
yeah.
Oh God. Danny O'Brien and Shane McMahon defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn by submission. Okay. We got Nia Jax winning the championship over Alexa Bliss. AJ Styles retained. Oh, he was WWE champion at the time over Shinsuke Nakamura. I remember that match, and I remember saying to myself, "Damn, I really wanted Shinsuke to win that title."
Yeah, that was where I think that's where Asuka and Shinsuke were at peak popularity, and they were like, "Fuck them."
Mm-hmm. That was one of the biggest. I think Shinsuke would have been dope, bro. Like, have you ever seen his stuff in New Japan Pro Wrestling when he was a champion? Remember when he used to wear the crown and shit? Oh, it was so dope. Anyway, I guess, and the main event was Brock Lesnar retaining the Universal title over Roman Reigns. Nobody cares. And finally, then, by the way, no birthdays. Nobody was born on this day in the wrestling world, apparently. On an episode of NXT, Tommaso Ciampa. There it goes. There goes the Twitch on the vet's face. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano battled in a hybrid empty arena cinematic match, which was billed as the very last chapter of their storied rivalry. With neither man permitted to face each other again after the match was over, Gargano, just as people may know him as Johnny Wrestling, emerged victorious after his wife Candice LeRae turned heel to aid him in the victory. The match went 48 minutes, making it the longest in NXT TV history, vet.
Hit this Peter Griffin again, please.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
What does that even mean? She turned heel. Like, Tommaso turned heel on Johnny.
I don't know.
So how does her turning heel?
Bro, I just work here.
Who cares?
I just work here. And ladies and gentlemen, with that is this day in professional wrestling history. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk some Stand and Deliver.
That's right. Edward James Olmos starred in this 1988 picture where about a teacher that used math to reach his delinquent students, also starring Lou Diamond Phillips.
There was I used to get Lean on Me and Stand By Me? I used to get those two mixed up all the time.
Stand By Me or Stand and Deliver? Stand
No.
and Deliver is basically, and Lean on Me are kind of the same basic story.
Lean on me. No, one was Chicanos and the other one was African American. So different, you know. You trying to teach, Holmes? You ain't teaching me no math, yo.
Great pictures.
Good movie. What was his name? James Edwards Olmos, right? Something like that.
Edward James Olmos, Jaime Escalante.
I thought his face was weird. Looked like a Thomas's English muffin.
Well, some pock marks there, you know.
Yeah.
All right,
let's break it down.
All right, so the pre-show for Stand Deliver featured the usual crap, like some interviews, like Sarah sitting with Lola and Kendall, and their music is playing under. Well, not their music, but they have background music playing underneath. The Blake Howard guy sits with the Vanity Project, and then Jackson Drake kicks Blake Howard out and finishes interviewing the other two guys himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a 10-person match with Shiloh and Ren.
I didn't watch
and
this.
Eli and the Honks versus Birthright. And they triple team Charlie Dempsey and beat him.
Yeah, I didn't watch this at all. I forgot this pre-match was on, so I saw the replay.
Just letting people know what happened there in case.
Buy the pay-per-view.
It's a little flavor. It's a little garnish. It's a little sprig of parsley on the plate. You know, you don't really have to eat it. You just
Can you eat the parsley? You can eat parsley, right?
You can. I don't advise it.
Very bitter.
Yeah, it's just there to make the presentation. So, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels comes out, introduces Sexy Red. She comes out. They tell everybody to suck it, and then they're out of there.
I think
and
if you hold on, I think if you sucked it on Sexy Red, you would probably come away with chlamydia. I'm just assuming.
It's a safe bet.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, don't suck it.
Don't.
All right. So then we get the package.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then we get arrivals, and this takes 4 minutes. I'll give Ray 4 minutes to get over himself.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
All right. Then we get a package for the match, which is 3 minutes long.
So much bloat.
And
this
then
is like this is like bloatware.
Yes. So our match is Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray versus Reptilian Britt Baker for the NXT Women's Championship. Ray, the bell rings at 19 minutes and 45 seconds into this show.
Yeah, man. It's like when you buy a budget laptop. And it's just all these it's like Paintopia. What the hell is Paintopia? You're never gonna use that. I just made that up, but I'm sure it's there. Ugh.
Yeah. And by the way, Rick, the principal may have had a baseball bat, but Joe Clark actually had a baseball bat, and that was real life. So they were just stealing it from.
They call me Batman. Is that what he said?
Do you or do you not smoke crack?
What?
I love that movie.
Can you sing the first?
No.
East Side. No.
Everybody had to learn the school song. Oh, why can't we do a Lean On Me review? Why do we have to? All right.
We can do that.
Well, anyway, so this match, Ray, had a lot of screen blackouts. So
yes, I thought it was.
Does that mean that there was some
yes
slippage?
Yes. JC Jane's titties came out a bunch.
What titties?
Their titties there. Or at least nipples. But yeah, she a couple of nip slips. Yes, NXT titty. I like that.
NXT.
There we go. Let's put that there.
Ren Sinclair fights off the influence so that they cannot interfere any longer. And Lola Vice hits JC with the baby got back fist to win her first NXT Women's Championship.
I'm so happy about that. Even though, can we give Vet?
No, we can't. No, I'm not doing it. No, I already know what you're going to say.
You got to give JC Jane
I don't have
flowers.
To do shit.
Dude, she is awesome.
She's not awesome.
Bro, she's good, man.
You're marking out for the push.
I'm not marking out for the push, bro. It's already been
out for the push.
But I liked her even before the push started. That's a fact.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did, Vet. Come on.
No.
We can go back
Check
into the
tapes.
archives and shit.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
I dare
dude.
you guys.
When she took over this faction, I was like, oh, this is. But after some time, she was developing her character. I thought she got better in the ring, even though she's been there for like 20 years already. She should be better. But I think JC Jane has done a tremendous job and not only that, but I think Booker T said it, or the other guy, the tall string bean kid, where he said that JC Jane might have to be considered one of the greatest NXT female talents of all time. Think about it, bro. NXT champion twice, TNA champion, hold both belts at the same time.
The fact that you're listing belts at me right now means you're marking out for the push.
She is the greatest of all time. Just wait, aren't you the one that said that the K-Sounds were the greatest tag team champions of all time?
I said they were the greatest tag team of all time.
You said tag team champions as well.
No, I did.
No.
I said the greatest tag team of all time.
And why?
And we broke it down. We had the Chad give us all the tag teams, and we said they were better than all of them.
That's true.
JC Jane is a cheese sandwich, people. I'm sorry to say it.
I disagree with you, man.
And you could push a cheese sandwich to the top. Bob Backlund was champ for 4 years?
Bob Backlund is a different time and place.
You could do that. It was a different time, but I'm just saying, you could just do it. I mean, you had superstar Billy Graham right there, but you said Bob Backlund. So don't tell me how great JC is just because we got her crammed down our throats, this mediocrity. I wouldn't even let her wrestle in friggin' NWA.
Well, listen, that is your opinion, and I respect your opinion. You may not like her, but I humbly think that she's awesome. I think JC Jane is just like what's his name? Ethan I was gonna say Ethan Carter. Ethan Page. You hate his guts, and I think
Cheese sandwich.
Awesome. So, but that's the best. That's the good thing about doing a podcast, and that's what I like about doing this show. We don't always have to agree, but as long as we have some valid points,
I mean, if the enjoyment level of NXT has gone down precipitously over time, I mean, we do agree on that. The fact that it's harder and harder to watch these shows. But you look at the people that they're pushing in the championship spots. You think there's no correlation for that?
No, that's absolutely fair. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying for me, I like her, and I think that she's awesome. I could be wrong. Hey, listen, dude, there are people out there that like Vegemite. Have you tasted Vegemite? It tastes like what comes off of your shoe when you walk in the subway.
I haven't tasted that either. But
well, neither have I.
We don't have Subways, but we have the Subway, the sandwich. Chain. But, yeah,
anyway. I agree with you. Were you happy to see Lola win that belt, man?
Yeah, I think yeah.
It's about time, right? Don't you think it's about time she took that next step? We've been saying this for a while now, no?
Right. So, well, we'll see what happens. Next, Drake and Grande pep up their respective teams, and then we get the Americanos versus the Vanity Project. So Jackson Drake gets involved with he nails the blue one off of a flying headbutt that missed, and they hit him with their move, which is some sort of a coup de grace with a DDT, or reverse DDT. So there you go. That happened.
Hey, bro, I did you actually watch the match, or were you kind of like at 2-speed?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
All right. So Pierce Austin messaged me and says, and Pierce doesn't do this. He goes, dude, that tag team match with the Americanos and them young boys, it was phenomenal. Yeah, phenomenal. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. And I thought these kids did these kids are really good, bro. Those swipe right kids, they haven't filled into their man body yet, but those all three of them are fucking good. And the Americanos, man, shit, man. I don't know who they are, but whoever those two guys are, they are a well-oiled machine. And this was one of my favorite matches I've seen personally in months. It is so good. And I love the pace of the match. And they just weren't doing shit to do shit. Everything meant something in this match to me. And I was just like, man, this was a damn good tag team match. And I enjoyed every minute of it. I'm not going to say that about every match here. I'll tell you that.
You heard it from Ray here. Everybody go out of your way to watch the Americanos versus the Vanity Project. I'm sure it'll be the best match you'll see.
It's a very good
on
match,
Stand and
guys.
Deliver in that spot. Shiloh and Dark Paxum are happy about it.
They're gonna bang. They're gonna bang. They're gonna.
Yeah, and then Sexy Red comes in, and Ricky Saints comes in, and
she's so gross.
But then it was time for the Mega Powers to explode, Ray, because we had Zarya and Soul Ruca. With Soul with the babyface jump start.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so freaking over this whole thing between these two girls. I watched this match, and I was incredibly disinterested. And then I had people telling me that this was a really solid match. I don't know if you watched it. Was it a good match? I watched it. I was just so distracted.
I didn't like it, but
Okay.
I mean, I'll give you an example
Go for it.
how much I watched it. So there's a spot where Soul gives Zarya a top rope Frankensteiner,
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
and Zarya on the mat is adjusting her tights
Okay.
as she's supposed to be selling.
Right.
Now, mind you, her tights were not, anywhere that need to be adjusted. She's just does that thing. You're afraid that someone's going to laugh at your lower abs, I guess. Can't just sell the move. And they also use that move as a double down, which is weird. They use a couple of moves as double downs, which I thought was very weird. They also used, I think, when she gave her the soul snatcher on the outside.
So,
And then Zarya was like getting up first.
so I tell you, this is why we got the same wavelength, bro. I'm like, dude, so you're talking about double downs, and I'm like, she got a soul snatcher on the outside on the steel ramp, and the heel gets up, the one that receives the the finish outside gets up first, right? And my question to you is, these finishing moves outside on steel ramps and on tables, shouldn't they hurt both? Like, shouldn't they both wrestlers be just fucking taken out on their back for at least 10 to 20 seconds?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man, but
Or
that's,
don't do it. That's also an option.
Yeah, I just it's fine. I mean, these girls were kicking out of each other's finishes like crazy, and I guess we'll.
So, I mean, they got to kick out of the finishes too. It wouldn't be an
Sure.
epic match if you didn't kick out of a finisher. So,
Why not?
but finally, Soul hit enough soul snatchers to win the match, which is also strange. Because I'm sure if we're on the same wavelength, Ray, you must have been thinking, God, Zarya kind of needs this. She's been jobbed this entire time.
That's exactly
Why, as a matter of fact, if she hadn't been jobbed the entire time, what does she have to be mad about? But the jobs continue.
This is, man, they took this character when they brought her out. I was like, what is this? Remember when they had she's from another dimension, and then
She's Furiosa.
They looked at her and they were like,
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
and yeah, put them in a buddy
Shame.
tag team.
Well, we'll see where that goes. We got some booty shaking with Lola Vice and Sexy Red.
Oh, I just covered one half of the screen. Guess which half?
Yeah. No question. Speaking of, oh my God, who the hell cares? Miles Bourne versus Johnny Gargano.
Underwhelming. That's all I have to say about this match. Very underwhelming.
A lot of respect shown to Johnny with taking 3 finishers from this kid.
Doesn't matter. Underwhelming. I think Johnny Gargano's lost a step too.
He's fat. Remember
Sure.
when he used to have abs?
Yeah.
But Dion Lennox comes in and brings a chair and hits his finisher on Miles Bourne with a chair.
I like that part.
After Miles Bourne wins, of course. Let's see. Sarah is with Soul, and Izzi walks by and says, basically, hey, look out. Next is the Glamour versus the Dark.
Quite enjoyed this.
Okay.
I like these. I can see the difference, like Zarya and what's her face and Soul. I'm bored already with them. These two girls can wrestle every fucking week, and I don't think I'll get tired of them. It's just they're so good, and yeah, there were times during this match, Vet, where they mistimed a couple of things here and there, and it wasn't the cleanest match. But it's like what happens, my friend, during this match. Like they take their time with things. Blake Monroe is so underrated right now, I think, bro. She is main roster ready, man. And Tatum Paxley has come so I was actually looking through some of her old shit. It's funny that I was looking through some of her old stuff when she started, and I was just kind of watching like the evolution of who she is and how she's built her body up and everything. She's always been very strong. And you're right. I just never noticed it. But I was proud of these two girls, man. I thought this is my second favorite match of the night, man. Like a good story being told here. It was cool, man. I liked it.
Well, the story of the match was that you can't keep a good Paxum Tately down because she just kept getting back up. And ironically, her finisher is the Cemetery Drive.
Mm-hmm.
So she hits that and is able to retain her title. You may have forgotten it was her title because Blake Monroe's just been carrying it around, but it's actually not
what heels
her
do.
title.
I like it.
DarkState has concerns that Dion Lennox went into business for himself without telling him, but he says, "Don't worry, I have a plan."
They said bruh a lot.
Yeah, they said bro a lot.
Bruh.
And you know, I got a plan for us to all eat. We're all gonna eat. People like saying eat now.
They do the whole.
The main event is Tony D versus Ricky S versus Ethan P versus Joe H.
Man, they took the least interesting guy in the whole thing and gave him the belt. That's what I thought.
Lil Braun Strowman.
Fuck, man. I don't know, man. I still don't know who Tony D'Angelo is. What is he? Does he? I came up with this thing, Vet, in my mind, right? He left the mob, okay? And the reason why he dresses like that is because he had to move into the woods to get away from the mob with it. So he lives in a cabin somewhere where they can never find him. I'm assuming he grew out the beard. That's why. What is his character? Who is he? No, I'm asking you. Who is he?
You keep asking me that.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Chat. Who is he? Tell me right now. Who is Tony D'Angelo? What is this character?
Nobody knows.
The Avenger is he?
He doesn't know. If you asked him right now, if he was able to just pop on with us and you asked him that right now, he wouldn't be able to give you a satisfying answer. He doesn't know. You just put a coat on.
Leading into NXT, the review of NXT, the actual show, which we're gonna speed through, if you don't mind, I made an executive decision. Would you like to know what it is?
Let's hear it.
Usually, I play the theme song of the NXT World Champion. Joe Hendry was it. But I have made the executive decision to choose another champion to play that person's theme song.
The champion of your choosing?
The champion. And I said, I found the Tony D theme song and I was like, this is the shit. I'm not doing that. It's going to bring us down. I want some energy. I want some pop. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Tatum Paxley's theme song? Is it going to be the tag team champions themes? We're going to find out in just a brief moment. Did anything else happen before this night went off the air?
Nope. Tony D'Angelo won.
Oh, fuck. That was it. Ugh. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I have one question to ask the Vet. Vet, overall, what was your opinion of this pay-per-view? Was it a solid watch? Was it just a clusterfuck of bullshit? How would you classify this PLE?
I give this pay-per-view 9 thumbs down.
Ooh. Well, 9 out of 10 thumbs down. And the one thumb up.
There's one small thumb up for ladies like Lola and Paxum.
It's like Orange Cassidy's thumb. That's like kind of up. Like, all right, okay. Well, Lorenzo Granger, your wish is my command. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for NXT.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I ain't doing that again. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Should I twerk? Should I get up and twerk? You want me to twerk, Vet? No. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it is NXT. April 7th, 2026. It is the fallout of Stand and Deliver. And boy, oh boy, did this show hold up. Now, Vet, this is much better, right? Hold on.
I wouldn't even
better.
know who, if you played Tony D's theme song, I wouldn't even know who's coming out to wrestle based on that, you know?
I wouldn't have that. I heard his old theme song. Remember the original one? It's all about the family. And then they updated it, and I was like, oh, that's not bad either. And then they come out with this fucking second-rate Batman theme, Gotham City theme song. I don't understand what this is. Oh, Lord. All right, Vet, let's do this. Can we do this in 10 minutes?
Maybe.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
Well, they catch you up on Stand and Deliver. Then they bring out this new champ, Tony D'Angelo, for his in-ring thing. And then it turns into a hit everybody's music segment because first he said Joe Hendry's name, so he appeared. Then Ego appeared. Then Ricky appeared. Then Lights Out. DarkState appeared. This was Dion Lennox's big plan was to do what they always
himself.
Used to do.
Yeah, go from stupid fuck.
And then security comes out, and so Vic Joseph as security is running into the ring. And now keep in mind, this is old school DarkState. So the music is playing.
Yeah.
The lights are off and there's like spotlights going around. Yeah. And Vic Joseph actually says when security comes out, great job by Robert Stone. I'm like, motherfucker, who's playing the music right now?
It was probably.
What are you talking about?
It was Saquon Sugars.
No, he was in the ring fighting.
No, but he was like, bro, play that music, bro. I'm going to kick your ass, bro.
Well,
To the
great
kid
job by
backstage.
Robert Stone to listen to him then, I guess.
Unbelievable.
I just think it's stupid. And then they start the schmaz, and then they go to break. Now, I'm watching the version where it just keeps playing.
Me too.
So I can see in the corner where it says back in
3 minutes.
2:59, 58. You know, so I'm watching this schmaz that nobody else is seeing, and some wrestlers come out, and then those guys are too big of jobbers, so they have to send more name wrestlers out there to try to break this thing up.
They had like Javier Bernal out there.
Yeah, they didn't even tell him he was released.
Bro, did you know that he married Tatum Paxley?
Oh God,
I didn't
what a
know
smart
that.
guy.
I found out yesterday. I was going through her. Remember I was telling you I was going through her shit? And I was like, what the fuck? They got married like a couple months ago.
Big body.
He was a hand. I thought the kid had potential.
They made the right decision, but coming back from the break, Robert Stone takes that fatal four-way from Stand and Deliver and decides to make a match with them against DarkState at the top of the hour. So there you go.
I wonder how that's going to work.
Yeah, exactly. Soul walks past, like as this is going on in the hallway, Soul walks past because she's got a match coming up and she sees all these dudes arguing and stuff, and she's just like, hey, this is between men.
Yeah.
There ain't no women in this schmaz. So she goes out to the ring to face Izzi Dame. And Ray, I didn't fast forward this week. I watched normal speed this time. Huge mistake, by the way.
Yeah.
This was the longest 11 minutes
Thank
I've
you.
ever
100%.
been a part of.
Oh my God, I agree, bro. And you know what it is? You know what? Do you know what it is? I'm starting to realize.
What is it?
It's so Ruca.
Oh my God.
Listen, I know she's the golden girl of NXT, I guess.
Literally.
They're shoving that kid down our throats.
I don't mind that part.
But she does cool moves and stuff. But dude, I'm watching this match, and I'm like, it's one of those things. It was just move after move after move after move, and I'm like, none of this shit. There was no powder outs. Like the heel didn't powder. There was no heat back. there was nothing, dude. It was just moves, and it didn't stop. And it just felt like this match was a long, big blur of flips and dips and stomps and kicks and shit. And I was like, boy, this stinks. And now you're going to tell me, wrestling fans, oh, this was a great match. They did all these fucking cool spots. Bro,
yeah, no one's going to say that.
This was the most indie match I've seen on NXT in quite some time. And that's saying a lot, bro. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but you watched this at regular speed. Your thoughts? Am I off there?
You know, they had no idea what they were doing in there.
It was terrible. Listen, terrible. And not terrible because they didn't get the moves down. It was terrible because they structured this match to just be nonstop moves.
Yeah, it's crazy if this match was structured. Because what it seemed to me like was that they forgot what they talked about doing, but they still had to do the same amount of time. So they just went out there and did their best. Like, I feel like that's what it was. Because a lot of these matches, as boring as they might be, they kind of have this, you know, they have their little structure, their beginning, their middle, and their end. They got their heat spot and everything. Just like you said, they didn't have any of that. It seemed like it was all over the place. It seemed like Soul was getting heat at one point.
Right?
Because she was just beating the shit out of Izzi Dame while she's got her buddies on the outside just watching it. They got to be like, what the fuck? So yeah, I feel like they forgot and just had to wing it. That's what it seemed like. But anyway, Zarya comes out and hits the spear on Soul and then rolls her in for the Izzy bomb. And then Vic Joseph says that he is absolutely shocked at this development.
Shocking. You know what I'm shocked? I'm shocked that they're going to continue this shit. Isn't Stand Deliver supposed to be the end-all, be-all of a feud? It's the biggest show in NXT. I'm asking. I'm not asking. I'm actually making more of a statement.
I don't know if it has an identity. I think it's just a fucking name of a show that they do.
No, it's supposed to be what TakeOver was. That's their WrestleMania apparently now. And they're doing this. They're going to continue it now? Like, no, I don't care about this stupid feud between these two goofballs.
We need a stipulation now.
Oh, God. What's it gonna
Last
be?
woman standing.
Jesus Christ, man.
Somebody's going to go through that little wall they build behind the announcers thing again.
And I hate to be that guy that's always negative on a product because I love NXT. I really do. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't be sitting here doing this show if I didn't care about this product. But this is bullshit. Like, enough with this dumb shit. Who cares about these two girls? What are they fighting over? They're fighting over feelings, Vet. Holy shit, Vet. They're fighting over the hurt feelings. Just fucking,
women will do that.
Just scissor each other and get it over with.
Yeah, women won't do that.
Well, some women will. And that's okay because it's 2026.
So the Vandy Project gives Blake Monroe a custom championship belt in Robert Stone's office. And she's not the champion, by the way, but they just wanted to they did a thing as
they're
Jackson
trying to bang
said.
the MILF. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, of course. The MILF, she's like 2 years older than
Is she really? She looks like
she's
such
not
a
that
woman.
old.
It's that she looks like such a woman next to these kids, and they look like teenagers.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
everybody looks like everybody makes these kids look like kids.
All right.
So anyway, they're gonna have a mixed tag team match with Dark Paxson and Shiloh later. So Robert Stone affords her the ability to pick her own partner out of the Vandy Project. So she picks Jackson Drake.
Of course.
And then Keanu Carver makes an entrance. And then we have a little backstage thing with Elio with his arm in a sling because, you know, obviously he needs people to take his place for this, to have this tournament. And they have some guy.
Who is that guy?
I don't know, but I wrote his name down. Dorian Van Dukes. That's what Elio called him. Apparently he's from Belgium or something.
He's French.
He said Belgium.
But he was talking French. I thought he was French.
They speak French in Belgium.
They do? I didn't know that. I thought they speak Belgianese.
Yeah, but it's French, though.
I made that up. I don't even know what Belgianese is. Okay.
They have waffles there, and they speak French. And the other guy you may know, well, you may have used to known him as Eli Knight, but now he's EK Prosper.
They changed his name? Did I miss that?
Mm-hmm.
They changed his name. Good for him. What a stupid name. You know anybody with the last name Prosper?
Worst. Yeah, well, let's go back to Eli Knight.
I like this. I never seen this one before. I like this comment. Because that's what I thought when I was watching this.
Yeah. All right. So now we have Carver versus Briggs versus Jasper in a triple threat match. And if you thought the match with Soul and Izzi dragged, this was even longer by a couple of minutes, and it really dragged.
Thank you.
And I was like, is this always how it is? Like whenever this match was 13 minutes. So that means that in a normal day for me, I would have watched this. It would have took about 6.5 minutes for me to get through this. And I would have probably thought, yeah, 6.5 minutes seems about right. Is this how it is every week? Every match is just way too long?
I'm telling you, no, it's not. I don't know what, I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell happened this week. I was watching this shit and I'm like, oh my God. So every time somebody was down, I would fast forward a little bit. Every time somebody went out of the ring, I would fast forward a little bit. And it just, dude, I love, no bread, no water, just meat. Just like Colin, he loves his meat. He loves his big meat. And I love big boy matches. And this stunk up the joint, bro. Just boring. Ugh. Keanu Carver, get him away from those two guys. I'm sorry, bro. Josh Briggs, Timmy Chains or whatever his name is. Get him away, dude. Keanu Carver needs to go far away from those guys and never fight them again. This was the most boring dreck I've seen. What is going on? NXT. You need to figure some shit out because this was a very poor effort this week. I'm sorry.
Shawn Michaels just too busy twerking. I don't know.
And I'm not. You always know me, guys. I try to give you the positive. I like this show and everything. This was one of my least favorite NXT shows I've watched. It took me some work to get through it. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Carver does win when he hits his weird jackhammer thing on Josh Briggs. But like you said, I mean, they should take Briggs. Okay, here's what they should do. Take Briggs, okay? You got Briggs. You got Jasper Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Put them together as a tag team. Okay?
That might
with
work.
me so far? Release them. Okay? Then
into the wild?
Let them go do the Crockett Cup thing with Billy Corgan and them.
They would get over an NWA.
Maybe. Probably not, though. Ricky Saints calls Shiloh and Paxson weird.
Fair. And
then we get the Stand and Deliver main event versus DarkState. I'm not, this match wasn't as boring as the other two, but it wasn't a lot better.
It was okay.
Yeah.
For the amount of talent they had in this match, it should have been better. Does that make sense?
No, because they still had that one white guy on DarkState side, and
Do you remember when
I still don't see anything with Ethan Page or Tony. Joe Hendry's been completely what would you would have to classify Joe Hendry's, what they did with him as NXT champion, you would have to classify that as a D- at best.
Just failure, absolutely. Not a D-, a failure.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, if you loved it, it's still got to be a D-, but most people would probably say it's an F.
I mean, if they had Tony D take the belt in order to have Joe Hendry make the main roster, but now it doesn't look like Joe. But
that's still a bad run.
No, you're right. You're right.
So anyway, so Miles Bourne attacks Dion Lennox during this match because he owed him, and then Ethan Page steals a twisted grin on Saquon because, of course, they're going to beat Saquon.
He's the
the only guy with any real talent. Huh?
I was going to ask you about that. Like, why do they keep pinning Saquon?
He just because he's the most talented one.
You can't pin the white guy. That guy stinks.
They're like, well, he's big, so.
Nah, dude. Saquon Sugars should not be taking a pin.
He should form a faction with Jasper, Troy, and Josh Briggs, and they should all go to NWA.
Call him Darker State.
Light State.
Darker State.
So anyway, yeah. So Tony D does his little, one-handed Farouk spinebuster on, the guy Ethan Page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the funniest part about that was like, Ethan Page stole the win, so they play the ego music, and then Tony attacks him, and the minute he slams him on the mat, they change it to Tony D's music.
Tony's Batman music.
Like, oh, sorry, sir. Here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, why? Why do they do that?
Timo Shield.
Progressive presents Jada Parker, the psychopath.
Yeah, she's just an angry black chick. I guess that's what they're trying to say. Black women are scary. You're racist.
She's like banging on Kalani's window or car window. And she's like, it's raining out there. Which, to be fair, is probably one of Kalani Jordan's top 5 promos. But
to be fair, as the professor would say.
In a speed match, Brian Pillman Jr. versus Starboy.
What? It's Spike Dudley's little brother. Came out with the Spike Dudley gimmick.
What'd you think of the promo?
Oh, so fucking cheesy, but like good cheese, like pepper jack cheese. He's an interesting little guy.
Yeah, I looked at him and I was just like, I guess because Marco Stunt retired.
It's like if Spike Dudley and Marco Stunt had a kid, and the kid came out taller. Yeah. What is with the pulling the freaking the bands? Everybody's doing that now. They take off the bands. Just leave the bands on. All right, I'm sorry, Fed Combs.
I'm just trying to be nice.
I know, man. I mean, the kid tried. Right? He did?
I think he tried, yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Brian Pillman wins a rare match.
Wait, if he lost this, I mean, just release him.
So Robert Stone tells Miles with a straight face that interference in matches is not how we do things around here. Do I need to pull up some tapes for Robert Stone here?
He's doing a very poor job there, buddy.
I can't. The amount of bullshit that these people are getting away with saying on the air.
At least Elizabeth's back, so.
Yeah, Elizabeth. But then Tony D'Angelo says, "Hey, you could have these guys line up for my title, but I want Ethan Page next week." He didn't sound nearly as Italian as I did just then.
Do us a favor. Put the belt back on Ethan Page. Or at least do me a favor. I know the vet doesn't like Ethan Page, but you got to admit.
6 of one. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Come on. If gun to head, you had a choice to be your NXT champion. Is it going to be this freaking Jamook with the wild hair or Ethan Page?
I'm going to say the Jamook because...
Really? I am freaking floored.
Because if he's out there with his wild hair flowing and his Braun Strowman gear on and all this other stuff and his dumb hairy chest and all this and his jacket, I can make fun of that. But Ethan Page is just so mid. I cannot go either way with it. I cannot praise. I cannot bury. I can only just... he just exists, and that's less entertaining, I think, than Tony D'Angelo looking absolutely ridiculous. Or I think Mark Henry, I saw Mark Henry posted something about him looking like Bruiser Brody with the hair out, which that's a real stretch. I understand what Mark is saying, but like, don't do that. I think Lil Braun Strowman is much more.
That's
apropos.
exactly who he is, Lil Braun Strowman. Yeah.
But he does have a stare down. Tony does with Keanu Carver.
Put the belt on Keanu Carver right now. I don't care if he's green. Put the belt on that kid. That kid is, I'm telling you, Keanu Carver, he's got something. I like him a lot.
So I did notice though, they just look at each other for a second and then they cut. And I was like, oh, so now Keanu has nothing to say? You know, very lazy writing.
He said it all with his crazy eyes.
Well, we have a mixed tag team match of Dark Maxim and
So dark.
Shiloh Hill, the new best friends, versus Blake and Drake. Any thoughts on this match? Did it drag as much as the other ones? By this point, I was fully checked out.
No, because I love Tatum Paxley, and I really like Shiloh Hill. Jackson Drake is awesome, and Blake Monroe is a talent. So
these are all your favorite people in one match. Do you like Paxum with Daisy Dukes here?
Yes, I do. I actually,
you notice how she's trying to like match Shiloh Hill a little bit with her?
Yeah, they listen. I mean, I feel that this is going to be some type of weird, two weirdos falling in love storyline, slowly developing, and I think it's going to be. They're going to make it. Remember, I said this. Shiloh Hill's going to be real shy, like a little boy, you know, because he's so innocent, you know, and he's going to, hey, would you like to, are they going to do the whole date thing? And they go on a date and they go to a squirrel farm or something stupid, feeding squirrels, because, you know, he's into squirrels.
Did you, so there was something I glossed over it earlier when they were talking on a box and Ricky Saints caught them and said they were weird.
Mm-hmm.
But, Shiloh said something about how, like, you know how some animals are like they hoard shiny things, as like octopuses or whatever. It's like, did you try giving her some tinfoil?
She's like, no, I didn't.
And she was like, no, I haven't done that yet. I thought you only knew about squirrels. He's like, well, I know mostly about squirrels, but I know about other things.
Other animals. He said, I know a lot about other animals as well. I don't know. I kind of, oh man, I kind of. I'm starting to like Shiloh Hill.
Sarah and Robert Stone in the office, and he announces that the next 2 weeks are going to be NXT Revenge.
So we got another like PLE type thing?
Yes, but it's just them putting a name on a show. It's Jimmy T's favorite thing when you just take a weekly show and give it a brand name. So the next 2 weeks are going to be NXT Revenge. Revenge is lasting a long time. It's got to have a break.
A lot of revenge, pal.
1 week break in between.
So much revenge,
pal. Lola Vice is walking. We get a Callie Armstrong vignette. You remember Callie Armstrong? She was very impressive in a short time, but we'll see what they do this time. And then Lola is in the ring, and she does her little acceptance promo about how she wasn't ready to be the champion. If she looks back now, she realizes she shouldn't have had things handed to her. She's better to earn it. Yada, yada, yada. Then fatal interruption. They come out. JC Jane completely kills the audience. Everybody hates her legitimately. They're booing. They're booing. They're booing.
They love her.
And then Robert Stone comes out and says, you can have your rematch next week. And then they start beating Lola Vice down, but Lola Vice beats all three of them up by herself and stands tall. Because she's a champion now, so she's strong enough to do a 3-on-1.
Well, she should always be strong because she knows karate.
Yes.
Well, Vet, one of the worst NXT shows I have ever seen. One of the worst. And the sad thing about it is that it was mostly the wrestling that sucked. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because I am very close to announcing the exact date I will be retiring from doing all wrestling podcasts. The vet is smiling and laughing, but I am not joking. I am coming to a short end to my long storied career, as I started doing videos for Bill Apter in 2010. It is now 2026, and I think it is time for me to move on. Not yet, though. I'll be here for a little while, but I will be announcing probably after WrestleMania when I'm done. Not that it's a big deal, but I want to give everybody enough time to say goodbye. The day after WrestleMania, I quit. No, I'm kidding. It's not going to happen that soon. Anyway, my friend, Vet, again, the only pleasure I took out of this is being able to do this here with you today and the folks and fans and friends. Let's put over our little social media gimmicks and let's get out of here.
Well, you can find me at Opinion Haver everywhere, and you can catch me every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern for the Impact Attack with Brandon, where we talk about the actual worst wrestling company, TNA. You can catch me every Sunday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, with Jimmy T and the Professor Chabela Veracruz for the Wreckage. And we had a special guest, Ray. Weren't you excited to see the return of the founder himself?
You did, yeah, I was, and it's funny that he mentioned. So I wrote on Facebook. I'm like, oh, great, you have time to do an AEW podcast after all these years, but you don't have time to do anything about NXT? Disgusting. It's good to see old Chris Ames, that like lambs without the L, back on the show. Some people think he's too negative. Can you believe that? Yeah, some people think he's too. But listen, I like Chris on a personal level, and I think it was just nice to have him. You know, it's always nice to have a new voice. But yeah, man, welcome back, Chris. It was good. Is he gonna be on again, or is it another 2 years? Like, what's happening? You know, probably not. Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that and Wrestling over at Rogers every Friday. Their concrete time of noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on YouTube. And don't forget the Stevie Richards Show every Thursday on YouTube. Don't forget Limpin' Ain't Easy whenever he uploads a new episode on YouTube. And there you go.
We've got the Monday Locker Room, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget about the Monday Locker Room. We have Insanity with Jimmy T and, of course, Brandon or Brando. We have an affiliate show with the A Show, ladies and gentlemen. She's on. I think she's on later tonight. Don't forget Hitting the Marks. Yes, you got Jargo and Rick Vickery hitting marks and stuff like that. Very cool. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is the Next Level Wrestling Review. We're here live every single Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until the day I retire. And what else we got? Oh, yes. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Pro Wrestling Reflection. Yes, the PWR boys are back this week, and they did a cool show last week where they went to the movies. Technically, they went to TV, and they broke down Walker, Texas Ranger with guest stars Frank Shamrock and the Macho Man Randy Savage. You got to check that out. But this week, Vet, it is WrestleMania season. And ladies and gentlemen, the man, before the man wanted his country back, it is perfect. It is the Iranian dictator himself, Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan, brother, in WrestleMania 7, one of the shittiest WrestleManias you ever seen. How is Tommy and the Professor going to put it over? You have to tune in. The show may be up later tonight or maybe early tomorrow on my Twitter. It'll also be on Patreon. But if you really want to see the best version of this show, head over to the Professor YouTube channel at Pro Wrestling Reflection and just search that out, ladies and gentlemen. They are the best podcast, period. I love them. The best wrestling, old school wrestling podcast, period. That's what I always say. And I almost forgot to throw in This Week in Wrestling. It's up right now on Patreon. Check that out, ladies and gentlemen. And apparently August 16th. When's WrestleMania? Not August, April. When WrestleMania is August or April what?
20. It's. I guess it would be in a week from Saturday.
a week from Saturday. So April 16th, Thursday, I am jumping on with RBV. I don't know who the hell else is jumping on. I don't know if he's reached out to you or whatever. I don't know. But we're going to be doing a WrestleMania preview show on Thursday during the day. So we'll just check me out on social media. See it right down here. Big Ray Hernandez again at Opinion Haver, and we'll fill, I'll fill you in at least on what we're doing here. And the 29th. Okay, so we're doing the 16th. Anywho, all right, folks. Look, we're out of here, man. I'm gonna go hang out with my son. He's hanging out for the week, and it has been a pleasure as always to be here with the best in the world and with you guys who are the best in the universe. And again, ladies and gentlemen, after the whole alien thing, will Vet still be the best, not only in this world but the universe? You're gonna have to tune in, ladies and gentlemen, over the next couple of weeks. Who knows? With that being said, for myself, for the Vet, and for Gary, have a great hump day, and God bless, and stay safe. Vet, say goodbye.
Big ass titties.
What knockers?
And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too. This is the Hustler Rip Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hameen Media Group. That's Ben Hameen Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.
It's cursing.